Good morning once again. Today's topic is going to be the power of collaboration. I'll try to be as short as possible, but we are going to look at why do we need to collaborate, what benefits does collaboration give us, and how can we, structure ourselves when we are collaborating. So the first thing that we have to understand is working together helps us to grow faster and to grow stronger because then you leverage on each other's strength. So what I'm good at, the other person might not be good at, but they have another skill that can also benefit me. That is why we collaborate so that we are able to bring our skills together and actually show up with more intention. So we want to look at how do we plan successful collaboration events. But first, what is collaboration? This is working together towards a shared goal. So when people collaborate, it's like, come, let's work together, let's do this. So you are working towards the same thing. It's not two people pulling in different directions, but we actually, you want to become manager, I want to become manager. Come, let's work together towards this goal. So that is collaboration. You are combining the strength that you have, the resources that you have, and the networks that you have so that you can push that same goal and you are able to achieve your results faster. So for me, I was stuck on supervisor for a long time. I always say I was a supervisor for almost 2 years, struggling to move up, struggling to figure out how to do activities and remain consistent. But when I chose to partner with another leader in my team that was also looking to get to manager, and we started working together, we started combining each other's strength. We would do team trainings together, we would organize presentations. So it helped us because 3 months later, we actually closed the manager goal. So if you are in this meeting, maybe you are stuck somewhere, you don't know what to do, I would advise to say find someone that is also working towards what you are working towards. Bring your strength, your thoughts, your resources together, and then it will help you achieve your results faster. When we say bring your resources together, it's like sometimes you want to do a presentation, you want to go to a different city or town, but you don't have the money. If you are collaborating with other people in that city or in that town, you can actually host presentations there, and the leaders that are there can actually do the presentation and take care of the guests. So it helps you to save on the money because now you don't need to travel to a different city to do a presentation. You have business partners there that can assist. So that is why collaboration matters. It also helps you to meet new people. You learn new things, I've realized in collaborating with people that, we all have different perspectives. We have different ways of, understanding forever. And when you start talking to other people, you actually, learn a few things. You learn how they are doing their trainings, how they are doing their sales, and how they are recruiting people. So it's a way for us to share knowledge. And it also increases our credibility as forever as a company. Most of the times when people are doing their own thing, it's like, oh, there is Heather, she sells aloe. But imagine when now Heather comes together with Lydia, she comes together with Sinini and Susan, and we do one thing together, and people can actually see, oh, okay, so she's not just there alone doing her own thing. There are also other people that are succeeding, that are doing the business, and they are actually working together. So collaborating with other leaders helps to increase your credibility. Like I said, it helps you to share the costs, and you also build a stronger community. So, what other strengths can we get from collaboration? I know maybe I'm talking fast. Just let me know in the chat if you can hear me. I have a migraine, so talking is painful, but I'm just trying to get through the slides. So just type a one or something in the chat if you are following, then I know that you guys are there. Or if I'm moving too fast and you want me to slow down. Okay, so people bring different strength to collaboration. Some have experience, maybe they've been doing the business for a long time. Some have connections. Have you ever met a leader who, if you said, I want a presentation here, they say, I know someone? Those are the people that have connections. Some have the skills. Maybe they understand the products, they have good product knowledge, or maybe they understand the marketing plan and all of that. So we need to start doing collaborations instead of competing with each other. Most of the times we compete, we don't collaborate. So we are looking at what others are doing and we want to compete with what they are doing. But the best way for you to grow is collaboration, because competition is a scarcity mindset. It's where you also isolate yourself when you are competing, because if Lydia is doing well and I want to compete with her, I'm not going to learn how she's doing the business. Eventually, I isolate myself and I start doing my own thing to say, you know what, I'm going to show them. And it doesn't work like that. If you want to grow in forever, if you want to grow in life in general, instead of competing, learn to collaborate. Learn to go and say, you know what, my leader, I love the way you do presentations. Can you teach me? Can we do presentations together? Or I am from Limpopo and I see you're doing presentations in Limpopo. I'm staying in Gauteng, but can we partner and do presentations together? That is an abundance mindset. That isn't a mindset that thinks about partnership, and it thinks about long-term success. So if you are in this meeting, you are competing with other leaders, I want to advise you to say, let's stop it and find ways that, we can actually work together. And sometimes I know there are some people who will say, I tried collaborations and it didn't work out. Are there such people? If they are, just type it too for me in the chat that I know that you are here and that you are following. Those that said, I once tried this and it didn't work out. Okay. So collaborating comes with its own challenges. To be someone that collaborates, or for you to do like a collaboration event with someone, there has to be some trust between the two people or three people. There has to be clear communication to say, okay, we are coming together. What is it that we want to achieve? What is it that we want to do? And how are we going to do it? We need to be able to communicate that. And there has to be shared values. So if you collaborate with, let's say, you want to go for manager, and then you collaborate with someone who they're in their comfort zone, they're happy being a supervisor, or maybe they are just working towards doing 4CC. The collaboration will not work out because you don't have shared values. You are running for different things. You also, so when you're collaborating, you also look at, okay, what is this person trying to achieve? Do we have the same goal? Also look at how do they do their business. There are some people who don't run their business with integrity. They are taking corners, cutting corners, maybe teaching people the wrong thing about forever. You don't want to find yourself linked with such people. So before you just see someone and say, oh, she's pretty, I want to collaborate, think about the values that they hold. Are they running their business with integrity? How do they do their meetings? How do they speak to people and relate to people? Because that is a very big factor. Whoever you tie yourself with, people see you and they know, okay, so this one, she's not working with this one. It means, oh, she's also gonna start stealing other people's prospects, for example. So collaborate with people that share the same values with you, people that there is mutual respect between the two of you. You respect them, they respect you, then you are able to work together and they are committed to the goal that you want to achieve. That is when you get a good collaboration. So qualities of good collaborators: there is trust, clear communication, there is shared values, there is respect amongst those people, and they are committed to the goal that they are trying to achieve. Okay, thank you so much. I see there in the chat we have Leader Bongish says we started collaborating with other teams and had our first presentation yesterday and it was amazing. We are looking forward to growing together. I love that. Okay. Then types of events that you can collaborate on, either with other leaders, with other people. Business presentations. You can do business presentations together, like what Leader Bongs is talking about, where you say, okay, we want to do a presentation in Pretoria. Let's partner together and let's do it. I know this past Saturday, we did a collaboration for Zimbabwe where the managers came together in Zim and they said, we need to start hosting presentations. So they planned a business presentation and it went well. You can also collaborate on workshops, on networking events. You want to create a women's event that people are going to come through to. Then you have to collaborate. It might be with people that are FBOs, it might be with people that are not FBOs. So I remember last year we wanted to do an event, but a women's event, but we had no knowledge of how does it work, who do you invite, how do you set up and all those things. So we reached out to another lady who her main thing is just doing networking events. She was not from Forever, but she just does networking events. So we reached out to her. We're like, we want to plan a networking event. How do we go about it? Can we work together? Then she helped us organize a networking event. There were speakers speaking about different topics, and then we also got to connect with the people that came, take their phone numbers, and we had an opportunity to share about the business and the products as well at that event. You can collaborate on trainings. So maybe you want to do a training for your team. You're not very good with products, but you know one of the leaders that is, you can actually come together. You train on recruitment, this one trains on products, this one trains on a different topic. There are community events and conferences that you can also collaborate on. So all the activities that we do, you can actually collaborate. And when you collaborate, what are the benefits? You increase your visibility more people are able to see you. Remember when I collaborate with Susan, Sinini, and Sila, what is going to happen? We'll take pictures, we'll do videos. Susan is posting our pictures, Sinini is posting our pictures, Sila is posting, I am posting. Then we are creating that energy and that vibe that makes us more visible to people. We are also reaching new people. So this I've already spoken about. I'm not going to go through in detail. It's still the same benefits. So when you are thinking about collaborating, choose the right partner. When you collaborate with the wrong people, you create a disaster, if I can call it that. So how do you choose the right person to collaborate with? Like I said, you look at their values, you look at their reputation. It must be someone with a positive reputation, because once you link yourself to that person, their reputation also affects yours. So don't just collaborate because she's in Limpopo and she also wants to go manager. So we're going to come together and start doing presentations. Look at what is this person known for. Find out more information about the person that you want to collaborate with, how they run their business, how they speak to prospects, customers, and even their team, so that you are partnering yourself with someone that has a positive reputation. Look at someone that has skills that complement yours. So if you are good at presenting, the other person, maybe they have to be good at planning, putting the event together. Maybe the other person is good at products, things like that, so that you are combining your skills. If we all are just people that plan events, we'll plan a very beautiful event and there'll be no speaker, there'll be no one to train on the products, no one to greet the guests. So those are things that you take into account. If you have skills that complement each other, it also minimizes conflict because each one is in their corner, in their space, doing what they are good at. This one is organizing, this one is preparing the presentation, this one is welcoming the guests. It makes it easier to work together. Also choose people that are reliable and committed. Have you ever had like a leader that you know that if we say there's going to be a presentation, they will say, I will be there on the day they are not there. Maybe you've made them a speaker, maybe they have a task that they need to perform, and now you find yourself having to improvise at a presentation. So those are things that you need to look at. Is this person reliable? If we ask them to say, go get a venue, are they going to do that? Or do they just go and sit and quit? So work with people that are reliable and committed, people that you know that they do what they say they are going to do, and maybe probably people that have a similar audience as yours. Okay. Are you still following? Let me know in the chat if this is helpful. So how do you plan your event, or how do you plan your collaboration? First, ask yourself, what is the goal? What are we trying to achieve from this collaboration? Sometimes it's not even that you want to go manager. Sometimes it's just that you've been struggling, you've been doing your events, people don't show up, so you want to collaborate with this person so that you increase the number of people that are going to attend, or whatever the case is. So sit down and write, what is the goal? What is it that you're trying to achieve? Who are the people that you want to receive your message? If I am targeting corporate people, already, if I know that, okay, my target is to sign up maybe 10 corporate ladies, and already it starts to give you an idea of the type of person that you need to partner with, because you need someone that will then be able to relate to that audience. Okay. And also ask yourself, what value do they receive? What value is your audience receiving? What value are you also providing to your partner? Because collaboration is not about, it's not just about let me benefit. Yes, you're going to benefit from us coming together, but also what value are you bringing to the table as well? Okay, then step 2, you start organizing the event. And for me, I say when you collaborate, you have to build a team. So we have 3 people that are coming together, or maybe 4 people that are coming together to do the collaboration. Let's sit down and build the team. Who's going to be the organizer of the event, the person that is going to find a venue for us, make sure there is water, make sure the projector is working. Okay. Then there's someone who's sort of like a marketing coordinator. This is the person that, very good at marketing. They are going to do the posters. They're going to help do the videos that you guys are going to use for marketing the event that you have. Then you have the presenter, the one that is very good at speaking, and they are going to give the prospects the information about the products, about the company, how to start, and all of that. And then in your team, you also have a registration coordinator, someone who's going to take care of who came through, what are their contact numbers, and who invited them. Are they an FBO? Are they a guest? So that you are able to then do your follow-ups. You also need someone who's going to look at logistics. How are people going to move around? How do we get to the venue? Where are we going to go stay? Those kind of things. And this is a typical team, right? In your normal team, like your team with your downlines, you should already be having this type of people. So even when you collaborate, you have to know who is going to be doing what in that collaboration. So you build sort of like a team of people that, know to say, this is my portion, this is what I'm contributing. And then when you are now choosing your venue, make sure that the venue is accessible. Make sure the venue has the right capacity. So if I'm hosting an event by myself, maybe normally 5, 6 people show up. But now we are 5 people that have come together. We want to do this business together. Maybe a venue that accommodates 10 people might be a bit small. You need to get a bigger venue. So make sure you have the right capacity. There's enough parking and transport for the guests. Always for me, when I look at getting a venue, I look at, is it easily accessible? If someone was using a taxi, can they easily get there? Those are the things that you need to look at. You also need to look at those that are driving. Are they going to be able to find somewhere to park their cars and the cars are safe? Then make sure that you are communicating your date early to say we have an event on this day, so that it's not a last minute thing. Step 4 would be marketing the event now, either on social media, on WhatsApp groups. You're doing invitations like flyers and posters and all of that. So that is step 4 of planning a collaboration event. And then planning the event program. So in our line of work, or in our company in Forever, the first thing that we do is you have to welcome the guests, you do opening remarks, you do the presentation, you do the testimonials, and you do the question and answers. Then people can network. So in your collaboration, those that are already doing collaborations, think of it. Who's doing what in your collaboration? Who's good at what? And put people in their strength so that you get to have a good outcome. And how do you communicate? For me, I always say plan meetings with the people that you're collaborating with. It can be physical, it can be on Zoom, uh, but you have to have a time where you are connecting and planning so that on the day it doesn't show. You know, have you ever attended a presentation where it's not flowing? This one comes, they do the introduction, the next person comes, they do something, but you can see that the presentation, it's not flowing. It was not prepared for properly. So when you're doing collaborations, communication is very important. You need to be having the planning meetings, have a WhatsApp group where you are communicating everything. Sometimes it's easier to have to just chat on WhatsApp to say, hey guys, is there anyone that is a C9 box? Please bring it to the venue. You can also do that. So communicate, share, you can have like shared documents for those that are advanced. They use your Teams and stuff, okay? But for me, the traditional having a meeting and using WhatsApp groups works, and clarify who's doing what and the target. Okay. Then on the day of the event, what happens on the day of the event? So we've planned this collaboration, we've come together. On the day of the event, we have to arrive early, be there on time. You have to test that the equipment is working. Of course, these are things that you would have done before, but it just helps to say arrive early. Don't be like, no, we tested the projector last week and it's working, so we can just arrive anytime and connect. Don't do that. And this applies even to normal presentations. Arrive early, test your equipment, prepare your slides. If this one was doing his slides and that one was doing his slides, let's put them together so that our presentation flows, and then welcome your guests professionally. Okay. And then after the event, always remember to thank the people that you worked with. So thank the collaborators, the people that were willing to show up and work with you. Do your follow-ups, share the pictures and the videos that you would have taken after the event, and review how did this collaboration work out so that you are able to know, is there somewhere that we can, do better and improve on the next one. Okay, so I think this is my last slide. Most common challenges that people have when they collaborate that makes collaboration not to work out is poor communication. You haven't communicated properly on what you want to do and how you want to do it. Maybe others are not available, others don't attend meetings, and those kind of things. Could be unequal effort, so you will always have the ones that are showing up doing the work and others are slacking, they're not showing up. So those are some of the challenges that come with collaboration. It's not always that you will find someone who's willing to put in the same work that you are, or maybe you are not aligned in terms of your expectations from the collaboration. But most of the times, it's poor communication and it's lack of planning. You just assume because she's an FBO, she knows the presentation. I'm an FBO, I know the presentation, so everything is going to flow. You have to plan properly. So the key lesson, if you combine your skills and your experience and the networks, being the other people that are around you, collaborations, you get greater opportunities. So great things in business are done by teams working together. Always, when you try to do it solo, sometimes you never really get the results that you are looking for. Okay, so that is my last slide. I'm going to open up the chat. If we have people that want to say something, this is your opportunity to then speak. Okay, so feel free to use the chat box. Feel free to unmute yourself and speak. You are welcome to do that. So let me go to the participants and allow. Okay. Right. I've allowed participants to unmute. So you can unmute yourself.